Coming up on this edition of Sports Desk, we'll recap the action from the start of the fall season, hear from our athletic director, rewind RV sports memories, and we'll reveal our top 5 highlights. Here is your host, Olivia Doppler.
Hello everyone and welcome to Sports Desk. The fall regular season is in full swing and many of teams jumped out to a fast start. Let's take a look at how the first 2 weeks of the season went with the RV recap.
The football season began 2 weeks earlier than usual as the Red Devils played host to the Williamstown Braves on August 26th. RV looked strong defensively and as a result enabled their offense to get into rhythm. The Red Devils scored touchdowns in the first and third quarters and later held off a Williamstown rally to take a 21-14 win in new head coach Garrett Lucas's debut. Football hosted its second straight game before Labor Day weekend, playing Patterson Eastside for the first time. The Ghosts took an early lead on the Red Devils, but RV rebounded quickly and took a 14-7 lead heading into halftime. Eastside managed to cut the deficit to 1 and went for a game-deciding 2-point conversion. RV's defense held strong once again, giving the Red Devils a 21-20 victory and a 2-0 start to the season. Fresh off a year that nearly saw the team win its first sectional title, the state-ranked girls soccer team opened the 2022 season on the road against Seneca. The girls held on for a 3-2 win, beginning their year at 1-0. Girls volleyball opened with a home game against longtime rival Morristown, in which RV held on to take the victory 2-1. Girls tennis also opened 2022 against Morristown, but dropped a 5-0 decision to the Quakers. Boys soccer opened their season with a home night game against Seneca. A defensive battle in the first half, RV finally got on the board midway through the second, eventually defeating the Golden Eagles by a final score of 2-0 on senior night. Field hockey began the 2022 campaign at Seneca, where they picked up a 2-1 victory over the Golden Eagles. Girls tennis next hosted Cherokee, but fell to the Chiefs after a 5-0 result. Girls volleyball traveled to Shawnee, taking another win 2-0 over the Renegades. Football played their third straight home game, this time hosting Eastern. The Red Devils continued to remain red hot, scoring 21 unanswered points and defeating the Vikings 21-7 to begin 3-0 for the first time since 2017. Cross country opened their season at the Cherokee Challenge, finishing in 8th place in the boys' 3.2K run. Girls soccer next hosted Clearview on a Saturday morning at the turf field. The number 13 ranked Red Devils dispatched the Pioneers with a 3-1 result, remaining undefeated on the young season. To begin Week 2, field hockey traveled to Paul VI, where they dominated the Eagles with a 9-2 victory. Girls volleyball hosted Cherry Hill West, picking up a 2-0 decision over the Lions to remain unbeaten. Girls soccer next traveled to Lenape, where they picked up another victory, defeating the Indians 3-1. Boys soccer hosted Lenape and kept their unbeaten streak going with a 4-0 win. Girls tennis traveled to Shawnee, where the Renegades scored a 5-0 decision over the Red Devils. Field hockey played host to Shawnee on the turf field. After a fast start by the Renegades, RV tied things up on a penalty shot. Leading 2-1 at halftime, RV watched as Shawnee tied the game on a penalty shot of their own, but quickly responded and held off the Renegades to take a 4-2 win. Girls tennis traveled to Northern Burlington, picking up their first win of the season, 3-2. Girls volleyball was back on the road at Paul VI, where RV suffered its first loss of the year, 2-0. Girls soccer next hosted Cherry Hill West. Ranked 14th in the state, RV won another decisive matchup, 3-1. Boys soccer traveled to Cherry Hill West. The Devils won their third straight, taking a 1-0 decision over the Lions. Girls tennis played host to Lenape, but fell to the Indians by a final score of 5-0. Girls tennis took to the road to face Pemberton, but were unable to pick up a victory, falling 5-0 to the Hornets. Girls soccer played host to Kingsway. RV took a decisive 2-0 win over the Dragons to continue their unbeaten ways. Football traveled to Timber Creek for the first time. The Chargers took an early advantage and held off the Red Devils through 4 quarters to take a 28-15 win, handing RV its first loss of the season. Cross Country hosted their annual Ray Hoagland Invitational Meet. RV finished in first place in the boys' 5,000-meter race and second overall as a team. Finally, field hockey hosted Ocean City on the turf field. Ranked 19th in the state, the Red Devils battled the 11th-ranked Red Raiders to a 2-2 tie. Here are the team records after the first 2 weeks of the season. For RVTV, I'm Jason Sapp.
With so many teams competing at RV, there's a lot of information to go around. For more insight into the RV Athletics program, here's our Athletic Director, Mr. Michael Lamb, with the AD's address.
Good afternoon, Red Devil Nation. Athletic Director Mike Lamb, back again for the 2022-23 school year with the AD address. I'm joined, as usual, with my Assistant AD, Mr. Brian Bozarth. Give you a quick update on what's going on so far in the school year and with our sports teams, and then kind of finish it off with Coach Bose's discussion on the busing and the officiating situation. Just to get you started here, our soccer teams, before I even get into that, obviously most of you know this is our first year in the Olympic Conference. We made the switch from the BCSL into the Olympic Conference, which is something that we were very excited about. We're upping our competition level, playing the teams that I really feel that we should be playing, our size schools, so it's been an exciting beginning. The girls soccer team and boys soccer team, plain and simple, have not lost a game yet. Our girls soccer team currently sits at 7-0-1. Their only tie was to number 1 ranked Eastern. The girls are currently ranked 13th in the state. And again, are on everybody's radar. Really good team to watch. Boys soccer off to a flying start, 6-0. They've given up 1 goal all year. Field hockey is off to a flying start as well. Big wins early for them, including a win over Shawnee. They had a tie against Ocean City. Lost a close one here to Eastern on our turf, which could have went either way, and competed in the National Invitational Tournament. A great experience for our girls, where they beat a team from New York on Friday, and then came back and lost a close one to a team from Virginia on Saturday. Our girls volleyball currently sits at 4-4. They did have a hot start and then kind of hit a little plateau here, so we're hoping that they're going to find themselves and work their way back into it. Same story with football. Our football team flew out to a 3-0 record to start, and then we've had 2 close losses over the last 2 weeks. Our girls tennis is in a situation where they are facing some really, really high-level competition, schools that are traditional powerhouses in tennis. They've played some pretty good teams. Boys and girls cross country, our boys team is currently ranked 15th in South Jersey. Our girls team is currently ranked 20th. They've had a couple good competitions. Many of you know the Ray Hoagland event that took place. Our coaches did an awesome job of hosting it, and we really appreciate what they did, and our runners are looking good. So with that being said, I'm going to turn it over to Coach Bose for a few announcements, and then come back to wrap it up.
Good evening, or good afternoon, Red Devil Nation. So unfortunately, I get to share the not so good with everything going on with our sports. Fall time, we have a lot of outdoor events, and that means a lot of busing going out to the complex. This year, again, we still find ourselves with a bus driver shortage. We are doing everything possible that we can to get our teams from school to away games to even our home games out of the complex. When we have to move games because of busing, then we're running into another difficult situation where official shortages for soccer is a real thing. They've lost over 80 officials in the past year. So we're doing everything we can to make sure our sub-varsity levels are getting the same amount of games as our varsity games. They may have to play on a staggered day, opposite from varsity. We get a list from our assigner who lets us know how many games they can accommodate for the day, and then we try to move the sub-varsity levels to dates that we know we'll be able to have officials, and then we run into the situation of making sure we have buses. I put it out there to anybody watching this. If you have an interest in possibly, making some extra bucks and helping our teams get from point A to point B, you can reach out to myself or Mr. Lamb, and we can point you in the right direction on how to get trained. We're doing everything we possibly can. It's a day-by-day situation, but I appreciate your patience, and let's go RV.
Well, thanks to Coach Bose for that update. Also, he does a phenomenal job of, it's a relentless and thankless job, but he spends a majority of his day double checking to make sure that we have transportation, making phone calls. And again, it's been a difficult situation. So if you can, or find yourself in a position where you could help out, if your child plays on a specific team and you're interested in helping out, it would be welcomed for sure. Based on this shortage, we're really scrambling. So again, we hope to see all of you guys out supporting our Red Devil teams. And as always, we appreciate all the support that you guys give us and the way that this community really rallies around this school and these teams. So again, hopefully we'll see you out. Say hello whenever you're out, and introduce yourself to us, and we'll see you there. Thank you.
At RVTV, we have a large collection of shows and games from the past 40 years. Let's now open up the vault and take a look at some classic clips with the Red Devil Rewind.
Ace by Ali Long. It was a great serve up the middle. Another ace by Ali. 4 in a row. Lauren sets it to Kaylee, and Kaylee hits it, but blocked out of bounds by West Windsor. RV takes the first set, the score 25-14. Set to Jocelyn, who gets the kill after. Set to Maya. And Maya with the kill. Maya ends the game with that kill. Yes! 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 Yes!
Before we close out the show, let's check out some of the best moments from the season in a segment we like to call Red 5.
Looks to throw, has a direct pass, throws to the corner of the end zone. Touchdown! Gray looks to fire in the shot. That's in for a score! Sending it back across. Oh, maybe looking to try to return the favor there. That's up, and that's in for a goal! Scott Sweeney is going to be credited with the goal. Quickly, Seal gets around the defender. Shot, score! Harley Seal. Better. Handoff, there's Malachi Castle. He's been quiet for a while, but he's not on this play. Castle all the way down. He's in for the score! Malachi Castle.
That's all for now. From everyone at RVTV, I'm Olivia Doppler. See you next time on Sports Desk.